That's why I decided to do ours, but that's besides the point. But the WBC is evaluating, they've announced that they're going to evaluate bringing back the same day weigh ins. Now, this is something that I've been saying we should do for a long time. Now, they're trying to, just like the WBC has come up and fabricated some kind of data analysis that makes them feel that female fighters can't fight more than 2 minutes around. And every single female fighter I've ever talked to thinks that's total bullshit. And they all want to fight 3 minute rounds. But the WBC is saying, nay. So the WBC is also trying to say that same day weigh ins may not be as healthy for the fighters as we all think. Now, I can't see that being a valid statement. That's why they're saying they're going to evaluate it. But the truth of the matter is what I think, my opinion, is same day weigh ins. What it will do, it'll bring us back to weight classes that are true weight classes. Years ago, they used to have the weigh in the morning of the fight. And then the fighters, same thing, like with the amateurs, they weigh in, the morning of the fight. So look, if you're trying to make weight and you're a welterweight, you're trying to make 147 pounds, right? And the weigh-in's the same day. You may, if the weigh-in's the morning, they usually had it in the morning, then the fight's at night, right? So let's say you stop eating, stop drinking 24 hours before the weigh-in, and you dehydrate a little bit. It's going to be, a few hours before. If you did that and you step on the scale, you can rehydrate pretty quickly, right? If you have the same day weigh-in and 24 hours, they're starving themselves and not drinking anything for 2 days before, and then they have 24 hours to recoup. And by the time they step in the ring on the fight night, 147 pounders weighing 160. What I like about the same day weigh-ins is you might have a guy that hasn't had anything to eat or drink for a couple of hours, and it may bide him a couple of pounds maybe, but you're going to have really true weight divisions. So 147 pounder, let's say he makes weight at 8 o'clock in the morning, he weighs 147. By fight night, by that time, the same day, that night, how much more can he weigh? 150? So you still got, true weight classes. I vote for that. I don't like seeing, listen, there's fights that I go ringside and it's a middleweight fight. These guys are monsters because they rehydrated, some comments here in the chat room. We got, some people, let's see, with the weigh-ins. 684 says, I strongly prefer same day for safety and fairness, but 24-hour remains dominant because it benefits the promoters and big stars like Mayfeather financially. Yeah, well, some of these fighters like to put the dehydration clauses in there so they can't, or rehydration, so they can't gain a certain amount of weight. Yeah, no, I get that. I don't even listen. He's also saying, imagine Sugar Ray Robinson and Mayweather same day weigh-ins. Look, I don't care how many day weigh-ins there was. Sugar Ray Robinson would have had zero problem with Floyd Mayweather. I mean, make no mistake. He says, how many phony belts do we have 24-hour weigh-ins? Look, I think the biggest positive about same-day weigh-ins is that it'll give us true weight classes. The fighters will be fighting in true weight classes. And, that's what I would prefer, so hey, I'm still waiting for Nate Campbell to sign in, but If he got tied up, so be it. But in any event, I think that the same day weigh-ins would be smart for the sport of boxing. Um, I think that it'll definitely refocus some of the weight classes. Guys that are campaigning that can make it. Used to be a lot of Mexican fighters could lose a lot of weight, and then rehydrate and gain, 10 pounds, 15 pounds, but I've seen, like I said, I've seen some fighters in the ring on fight night that there is no way, and I know that the WBC has their 10-day weigh-ins and 30-day weigh-ins, and they have to weigh a certain amount. But I think if we had same-day weigh-ins, if you had fighters that were walking around at 147 all the time, plus or minus a couple of pounds, you would see a huge change in the sport of boxing for the better, I think, because some people's bodies can handle, dehydrating and rehydrating better than others. And it definitely takes a toll on your system. There's no question about that.